Welcome back to another video. I'm starting a new hardcore world, but this is not about that though. That's just what I'm gonna be playing while talking about this. It's about the podcast, and everything going on with that, and why there's been no episode, and why there seems to be no effort, and why Unbroken Unity's gone, and everything like that. We mentioned it on the last podcast episode 19 that never came out. So episode 20 might take a little bit to come out, but episode 19 will eventually be out, probably very soon. I hope that it will be. Anyways, the main thing about this, though, is I want to explain some stuff. Question number one that I get a lot: where's the podcast? You updated and said that it should be back soon. It's not, or it is. Well, kinda. It is back, but like not in the way that you'd think. It is, the podcast will resume soon, but with higher quality episodes. Now, I'm not saying face cam, I'm not saying like studio. It'll stay the same, but just higher quality. As in, like, we'll be nicer. We'll probably, like, nicer as in, like, we'll be much more fun to listen to. There'll be better jokes, and I hope everything will just be significantly better. And that's fun. If not, I hope everything will go well with the podcast. It's struggled. It has struggled a lot in its time where it's been alive. It has struggled and not gone well. So it's supposed to be back, but hopefully a lot. The process of making the podcast will be smoother. Everything will just be better. It will have a much higher quality of like video, and we will be more, I hope to be more funny, because the past few episodes have been boring. I think 17 and 15 were both good though, if I remember right. I mean, I could just be completely wrong, but it a lot of the episodes are not very entertaining, so that'll be getting fixed. Hopefully no more non-entertaining episodes. And if they are, I will opt out of releasing them. So that'll be fun. It'll be very fun, actually. We'll have a whole new like set of everything we do. It will be very entertaining, to say the least. I know I keep saying that. It'll be fun to do, fun to make, and hopefully people that watch the podcast will actually get something enjoyment. Get some enjoying, by the way, is what I just said. That's a crazy thing that I fumble here while recording. Anyways, I'm not editing this out. What I was saying though was that people will enjoy the podcast more. That's episode quality. Now another thing. The Unbroken Unity. Where is he at? He deleted everything off of YouTube. He actually left YouTube. All of his videos and all of the things, the whole Unbroken Unity persona is basically gone. The only thing that's left is his music of mine. Or not his music, but like our collab projects. They're still there. And they're still very functional. As in, you can go listen to them anytime. Man, it's really late while I'm recording this, so that's why I'm yawning probably. But that should be fun. All of those will still be there. But he is gone though from YouTube right now. There's no new videos coming out as of right now. Now podcast will probably still be going on. I say will probably because I don't know if he'll opt out of doing that too. He does the videos for the podcast, and he's not been doing too great at uploading those. So don't know if that'll continue. It's been kind of lazy. He doesn't really upload on time, and we end up with very inconsistent uploads, which is bad for everything. So yeah. That's not great, but what I plan though is that it'll hopefully get a lot better, a lot quicker. Hopefully soon it'll be perfect. Everything will actually run really smooth, and we will have a very functional podcast. Functional keyword. So now with that being said, sorry. By the way, if you're wondering why I'm getting so much wood, it's because of I want to build a base off camera probably. Anyways though, yeah. The podcast though, it will eventually grow into a bigger thing, and like I said, the quality is already gonna get a lot better very soon. Very soon. Like, as in, probably the next episode will be instantly higher. I just tried to eat. What was that? I'm not the only one that just heard that. Anyways, though. Oh, was it a bee? I just realized. Anyways. Hold on. Yeah, it was. Anyways, though, on other notes, whoa, that's a big cave. Would this be a bad idea or a good idea to make my base in this? I don't know. I'm not gonna worry about it though right now. Anyways, though, on other notes, though, the podcast. I hope that it'll be getting higher quality and hopefully a lot better things will be happening with it. I don't know though. I'm not. I mean, I am not told these things. I'm running the more professional side of everything. He's just kind of there, but he's in charge of uploads, so he gets that done. I want to eventually probably get that right because I feel like I'm a little bit more consistent with uploads. I mean, at least I'm consistent now with the breakdowns. I mean, there's breakdowns now of like a ton of my albums. They just haven't came out yet because it's every Wednesday, but I think I skipped a Wednesday. So there's going to be 2 weeks of just like no uploads. I would feel horrible killing that sheep. Anyways though. So that's interesting. Now yeah, the podcast has a TikTok now. I'm not sure if I've already mentioned that. Also a Discord where I'm giving updates on everything. That is where I'm giving updates. That's like I'm not gonna like post on like Twitter or something like, oh yeah, the podcast is like coming out soon. So that is where you're getting everything. That's where you get the podcast information. And up until today, you could get early music leaks from me. I say up until today because I just removed them. See, if you were there, a few people got to experience it. There was some interesting things on there. Definitely some of my better work on there. Waves was already there, and I posted about that, I think, on TikTok. Another thing, though, I wanted to speak about, though. Now, moving away from the podcast, because I want Unbroken Unity to eventually make a video not describing, but talking about every single last thing that happened with the podcast. But now, though, for my side of everything, though. My channel, everything. Here is what is happening right now. Why have my uploads simply gone now from decent uploading, as in like my music was okay, to instantly being better? I mean, it is instantly better. I went from being like a kind of like a subpar artist to being like actually I think a better artist than I think most people like know of me, at least. And not most people know of me like that, but I mean, like, I think most people looked at me like a subpar artist, and now I think that I'm finally separating myself from that persona and becoming more of this like better known artist that has a lot more potential, by the way. Wow. Potential than a lot of people think. I am trying to move away from that. I am going live though. I know I'm very inconsistent with that because I don't want to be consistent with that. I want to be consistent with my uploads on YouTube because I feel like that's more important. I feel like things that you can always go back to and be like, oh yeah, I can't kill a cow. But I feel like those things that you can always go back to, like as in like, oh yeah, that was cool. Like that stuff. That is what I'm trying to go and like get more of. That I feel like is way more important. I know it's more important. That's a tree growing on a floating. Wow. Anyways, I know that's more important to me because I feel like that I'm better at that. I feel like I'm better at just like talking about this random stuff because I don't know, it's more like common to me to just like yap while doing something like this. So that's fun. I don't want my uploads though on that to be very consistent. I mean they should, or my uploads, not my uploads, but like my I miss my like streams. I know they're not very consistent. I don't want them to be consistent, but I do want my uploads to be consistent all the time. On TikTok and Instagram, I am very active. Very active. Use my sound, I will most likely hear it and I will most likely comment and like and probably follow you. But I say probably because like unless like your like name is like some like I don't know, like Diddy Freak 2000 or something, I'm probably gonna follow you. But like it's like if your name's not that, that's what I was trying to say. It is crazy though how much love and so I got from Soul Music. Soul Music is an album that I honestly believe in. And I honestly think it's an amazing album. The deluxe edition will come out soon. I know that's another thing that is questionable because I say it's coming out soon. I'm like, oh, there's no update. Today I gave the first update, which was the album cover for it, which is the one that I posted with just the key in the black background with like a few white dots around. Now everything's red, and it's got that soul music like flair to it. It's got that like red like, you know, soul music almost looked like it was like on fire. Like the album literally was like a black screen with like a red like lines like smearing the front of it. That, yeah, that is the kind of idea I wanted to get across with this album cover. I think I got that. I mean, it definitely looks like it's in the same genre as soul music. So that's lovely. It should be actually, you know, I can't say when it's gonna release, but it's coming soon. Soul Music Deluxe is coming soon. I'm going to finish all the songs for it, and then that's when they'll release. Is when, and that's how you'll know that it's perfect. Is when I start releasing snippets and stuff of different songs, because I want to get some more Onyx on the album. Because I don't know, I feel like I like the rapping. Not necessarily like the ability, but I like the rapping. I like the niche artist rapping. Like once he gets his vocal thing like fixed and stuff, he'll be a crazy good artist. So I'm waiting on that. But once that gets fixed, there should be more Onyx on there. But as soon as that will be though, I want to see more of him. I love those collabs. Always some of my favorites. Right there, every time. Every time though, some of my favorites. So I like that. And people seem to like Onyx's rapping on there because some of them and some of the collabs have been very well taken. So like I said, more coming soon. Oh, nah, I need to fill up my hunger. But it's just some of it will be. I want it to be more available than what it is right now, but it will be. So that's with Soul Music. Now with the demo tape that just released, Waves is on there. Waves is a demo, or that is definitely a demo song. Waves is a interesting song, and I was gonna release just the single Waves, and I had an album cover set for it, which was actually the cat one that I released as an alt cover that I was on for the demo tape. That was supposed to be the album cover to Waves, but it never ended up coming to be. So Waves got released alongside the demo tape as a almost kind of fun sneak peek at what can be. Almost like the idea of the new album, or if I do a new album, like almost the idea of like, ooh, like what could it entail? That's it right there. That like idea, those types of sounds. Probably. I mean, I know I don't want to like leave behind like all of the things that like, you know, like I work to get to and stuff. Can I sleep through this? No, I can't. But it's just that back to what I was talking about though. I want to get some interesting things to happen with that, and that's the type of sound that you'll probably hear from whenever I do a new album, which probably won't be for a little while, because I kind of want to see the soul music kind of sit and like marinate a little bit. Cause I really like that album. I honestly do believe in that album, but I want to see it like get some more views. And I want to really start stressing that it's that is like my main project right now. So really, I just realized on the bottom that it updates instantly. I mean, I guess I could have figured that, but it kind of looks weird. Anyways, though, you can guess just by seeing that, though, that's definitely my idea. Was I wanted soul music to definitely be a good little thing for me to do. I hate the rain in this game. I really do. Soul music, though. How long have I been recording? Okay, 17 minutes. Soul music, though. That's a good album. And I want it to marinate. That's the last thing I want to say. That's kind of the overview. Now, what was the last? Oh yeah, now for the like S-dozz fans and all that stuff. By the way, it's S-dozz or S-dozz. I don't care. I used to be like super like, oh, it's S-dozz, not dozz. Like, but you know what? I don't care anymore. Say whatever you like. If you like dozz, then say dozz. I don't really care. It quite literally does not affect me in the slightest. But I say it does because I feel like that's the right way to say it. Like if you say it the other way, it's perfectly fine. But yeah, though. That is the whole thing about that. Now for me though is like me, like that whole thing. It will be S-dozz has now a new Discord, but it's not quite finished. I say that because like, I need an update to share what's been happening since Soul Music. But really it's in progress right now. It's almost there. But it's not. That's why my music was actually removed off of the other Discord. Just because I was like, you know what? I think I like it better when I think I like it a little better when my music's separate from the podcast, because I don't want the podcast to be me, and I want my music to be me. I want that to be where most people recognize me from. I want the podcast to be a side thing. So and you can have correlation between the two. Now, here's where I get into the good stuff. The podcast Discord is by application, so you can join based on you submit an application. I review it, I'll see it, and I will. One person literally typed in there, by the way, I don't know to every single question, and I accepted them into the channel. So like I said, you just it really doesn't matter that much what you say, but like be normal. If you type like crazy things that you're obviously not going to be allowed in, but the more people we get, the better, and eventually it'll become like to the point where we can just have like the podcast possibly being on there for everyone to listen to as it's being recorded. I know it's already being streamed, but half the time we don't even stream that part of it because there's a lot of random stuff happens. But hopefully that um gets all solved. Like I said, eventually in the future everything will be a lot more steady, and hopefully a lot of the problems that we see like now with like uploads not being very consistent or anything basically like that, it'll just be like all that will hopefully get fixed. When is the rain gonna stop? Wow. Anyways, podcast episodes though are coming soon. And music is coming soon. I probably already said this 5 times. Ooh, actually I wasn't supposed to say that. I just realized that. I already said I wasn't up. I already told myself I wasn't gonna edit anything. Well, I guess that's staying now. Well, I guess this is my official announcement. Soul Music, is getting, well, that's not really the news, but, there's definitely something there that, Soul Music is not alone. That's not like a standalone project. There's something that'll go along with it. Soul Music is definitely one of those projects where it needs a lot of things to go with it, because if you just are like Soul Music as an album itself, it won't hold up to a lot of other things. So Soul Music is getting some interesting things happen with it. That's pretty much all I can say with that, because I don't want to give away too much. I feel like that'd be not quite doing it justice. But Soul Music is getting some interesting things. I don't want to say exactly what's happening, but I want to. I can say this. No, you know what? Now, if you want to know what I was gonna say, then go to the Discord. Go to the Discord, and I will announce it all in the Discord. For, I have an idea. I will. Here, I have an idea. Sorry, I'm making this up, by the way, as I'm going. I will, okay. So right now, I will say this. Soul Music is getting. Now you can pause the video. Go to the shorts, and you'll see a short. Or no, you know what? No, I can't say that yet. Because if I say that, that'll be ruining the surprise. Soul Music is getting something. I'll say that. I'm not going to tell you what or what is even happening with it. The Soul Music is getting something big. That's all you need to really know from that. Soul Music is getting something. Now, I want that to be like my best project ever. So, that's amazing. Now, if you know how to get back to Hardcore World, if you are watching this far, if you know how to get back to Hardcore World by quite literally anything, I would love to know, because I want that world back. Type it in the comments. I want to know how to get a Hardcore World back. Please. I'm begging. Please. Please. I want that back so bad. Please. Anyways. That's probably about where I'm going to end it. But the main thing, though, that I wanted to talk about, though, here was that Soul Music is getting something pretty new, I'd say. The demo tape was only the beginning of those demo tape lines. That's why it's called Demo 1. Is because I wanted there's going to be multiple. I have a vault of just like nothing but like Vault as in like I have a file just sitting on my PC that has nothing but so many unreleased songs from me, and they're pretty good. So I would love that. If you want to hear more of that, it'll be probably the unreleased songs will be just kind of sitting in my Discord. It'll get made and fixed up tomorrow to where it'll be running. But don't know. You might want to go look at my shorts. There might be a hint to what I was gonna talk about. It'll. I'll definitely announce it on the Discord because I want that to be where most people talk about. But if you enjoy my music, I would suggest going there to the Discord at least just for a little bit. You can leave, just at least for a little bit because the announcement's big. It's very big. Well, I'll see you next time and like and subscribe if you enjoyed, like always.